Hi, my crafty friends. This is Leslie from wrmk Studio, and I am on today to do a share from my crafty collaboration with Denise Abate Smith. She is on YouTube. I will put her down below in the box. But we've been collaborating now for, this might be our second or third week, but we are doing things with goodies in our stash. And I'm going to say something different every single time because, well, that's who I am. But here we are. We are using dies. So I used a die that I've never used before. This one here, we'll talk about it shortly. You can use tools. You can paper. I have a lot of 6x6 and 8x8 pads that I can't reach them here in my office, so I've got to get somebody who'll get on a ladder and bring them down for me so that I can start using those. I know there's a lot of really great paper up there, but if you can't reach it, you don't use it. And we're trying to, I don't know if I'm going to limit the amount of paper I'm buying. I don't buy a whole lot anymore, but I do buy for specific projects, and then I'm trying to use up paper that I have in my stash. And I feel like I have a really nice stash, but it's not crazy organized, but it's organized for me. And then I've got a bunch of We Are Memory Keepers punch boards that I have yet to really use. So I'm starting to bring them out. So you'll see next week I used a board. I opened it, and then I ordered something else because, wow, I thought I needed it. And maybe I do. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to run a sample of it. So right now I'm still in the Halloween mode. I have been using a couple different papers currently. So I am using Fabulous. That's for some. And then I am also using, let me see. Oh, the other one is Spooky. And they're both simple stories. One is from last year, one is from this year. I believe that's how they were marketed. Let me see. I'm trying to find all the goods. Here we go. It is called Spooky Things. So that would be this one here. And this paper that I actually used for this project is Frank Garcia Luna. And oh my gosh, if you have not seen that paper, let me look at it. It is absolutely gorgeous, as is any Frank Garcia paper. Let me see if I have one sitting here. Nope. I have not used all the paper. I've thoroughly enjoyed the paper, though. And every collection I can get my hands on with all the ephemera and things like that. Here we go. Excuse me. Here it is right here. Is that not gorgeous? Look at the soft pastels in here. The lavenders and the pink. This is my favorite piece of paper in here. And this is my favorite witch right here. Is she not gorgeous? Anyway, it's beautiful paper. Every single piece of paper in here is stunning. We'll put that right back there. So the die that I decided to use, I remember seeing other creators, other spectacular designers do projects with this particular die. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that die in my collection. And so I got this die in my collection. And I didn't use it because it felt like the season had passed when this die came out. Now, if I go look at my Amazon, it will tell me, hey, girly, you purchased this in, I don't know, whenever it came out. And now I'm just getting to it. But it's very cool. Excuse me. It's late when I'm doing this. I don't know. Anyway, I've got the yawns. So this is what, it's a tag journal. tag book, a tag mini album. I feel like you could just use this part for the tags if you wanted to. You just do this. But this is the part that makes it the journal. And you just cut out all the pieces. There's not that many pieces to it. This is your spine. And I feel like if you wanted to, you could make it smaller, but I rolled with it. I cut my spine. I doubled up. I used, this is 110-pound paper is the black. I wanted it really nice and sturdy. My spine, same thing, 110-pound. And I covered it on the outside with the Frank Garcia paper. And then I cut out, I did a lot of these. And I'll tell you how many I cut out because I did some interesting pages here. This is if you wanted to do some edge work. And of course, this really pretty flower, which I do have on the front. We'll chat about that. There was this piece right here, and I wasn't really sure how to use it. And I cut it out in gold. I thought what I was going to do was make it a closure, but I ended up not doing that. And then these pieces right here are for the holes. So that kind of made them look extra fancy. And there were a couple different ones in here. Whoops. Here we go. That one. It's very pretty. And then all of these. So whatever, if you wanted to do some edge work. And then I also, and I want to say, I don't know if this die I used in here. And this is scratches. So I don't know if it came out last Halloween or if this is a recent one. I don't remember. Again, if I go, my Amazon account will rat me out. But this was, they showed it on a big ghost. And it just looked like scratches on there. It was really cool looking. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be so awesome to do in my journal. So I will show you what I did. We're going to go ahead and get into the journal, take a look at it, kind of see what is going on in there. I feel like I've got it mostly decorated. Okay. KS Craft and KS Craft. Really, Scrap Diva and KS Craft are my favorite dies. I have a few others and I enjoy them just as much. But here, this is what I did. My cover, I tried to, this paper is so pretty and I didn't want to hide a lot of it, but I also wanted to showcase, let it be its own, right? So I stuck with the pink. There were some bats in the ephemera packet. There were some words. Magic spell. Excuse me. Magic spell was one of them, and I liked it. And these, I don't know, these may have been from the collection or one of the other ones, but I used them. I thought they looked pretty here. My flowers, which is the flower from the journal die cut. And I have got my metal bead caps and then my half pearls. I was wondering if I should have put little googly eyeballs in there. That might have been kind of fun. This is 31. We've got a gold bat in here and this really sweet owl. He's sitting down here, kind of popped up. And then I cut, there was a stack of books in the ephemera pack, and I just cut them out, put them up on pop dots, and it looks like he's the wise owl sitting on top of the book. And then here's where I covered up, I did this die cut to cover the hole so it made it look pretty. And then this is my spider web paper that I love so much. And then here's the back. And because I was indecisive as how I was going to put a closure on it, even this, I'm not even sure that's it. But I did take one of the tickets with a spider on it and just glued to cover this it's a boo-boo. You and I both know it is. I messed it up. It should have been underneath of the layer, but I was still thinking I was doing something else, and I'm not. I might still do something else. And then I did this really cool dangle. Just a little bit of chain with a few charms. So here's a black cat, a poison bottle, this really cute pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern, and there is one more. Oh, here's a bat. Yes, I love that bat. And then here's a cute, this spider. I don't like spiders. I really, really don't, but you can't tell me. Let's see if I can turn this guy around and we can look. Oh my goodness. He's kind of trapped in there. There we go. All right. Check out that spider. Let me bring him in a little closer. Oh my goodness. Fumble fingers. He's smiling. How can you be mad at that? Right? Very, very cute. Anyway, we're moving on. Let's go check out the inside of this journal. So I did this right here. I don't know if you can you kind of see it there? Right here are those scratches. Like, what creature could do that? But whatever it is, I kind of turned them into pockets here. Is that its intention? Yeah, probably, maybe. If it was, fantastic. I'm on point. And if it wasn't, yay to me. I did something new with it. Here's another on this second page. I did, you cut out and you add. And then I put the big one here, the big scratch. And I've got the moon, the earth inside. So you can kind of see what that looks like. Kind of cool tearing, right? And then I covered up the hole there that happened. I thought these scratches were so cool. And I honestly, I know I bought it. I know it's KS Craft, but I don't know what year. And then here's an example of kind of the eyelet trim from the die from there. And I just kind of cut it out and add it to the edge. So we've got room for pictures or journaling, whatever you want to do in here. And then I took some ephemera and I created a little pocket. I like this paper a lot. It's so cute. I mean, honestly, all the paper is beautiful. So these were some tickets that were part of the ephemera. And you can add more. You can, I feel like this is one you could write on with white ink. Would be really cool. Or you can add some pictures, or you can do some more matting. There's enough room to do some matting in here. But this is where I did something. I added some extra pages. So I attached here, and you can see I've got some more of the scratches here. And I just say that because that's literally what it's called. Let me take a good look at that. Paper, it's called scratches. So it's like, rawr. So I didn't put anything on this page yet. I think for the most part I'm done. It's just adding more ephemera parts in here. And there was a lot of really cool ephemera. I might do some more die cuts and cut out some poison bottles, because I have some really cool dies that I found in my stash that I have not used yet. So I may cut something out and add it in here. But so I did add it in an extra page like this. And then here we go. We're going to turn here, and I've got another little tuck spot here. So let me take one of these little goodies from over here. Here's that stack of books. So that can sit right back there. Isn't that cute? That's sitting right in here. Okay. I thought this paper was really pretty. It says Magic Spell. And she is so adorable, so sweet. On this side right here, so this was one of the ephemera pieces. And it is like a spell book. And I'm not quite done. This might turn into a little spell book, separate. But we've got a little pocket. I took one of the scrap pieces of paper And I took one of the scratch dies and created a pocket. So nothing goes to waste, right? And it's not a ginormous pocket. It's just enough. It was really cute. I was thinking, oh man, I'm so clever. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, and on this side, we have got another scratch. I mean, I used it quite a bit, and then I thought I was being pretty cool with it. And I think it just really adds a lot of fun to the book. A little Halloween here. So all I did is I cut it out, and then I glued around the outside so that we could use it properly. I mean, you could use it on anything, but is she not beautiful? The paper, again, still stunning. On this side here, we have got another scratch and some things stuck in there. So some of the ephemera. This music is the witch's dance. Interesting. But it fit in this pocket right here. And I haven't decided if I wanted to put any ribbon or anything in there, or twine, or I don't know. But I did put this little fun friend in here. And that is very cute in the pocket. And we've got this page. So this was ephemera, but it looks like a wax ephemera. All of this from the package. So much good stuff in there. And then my favorite paper is just really pretty with the spider's web, and you see a few spiders there. So I might add a die cut spider with some googly eyes. Everything just fits. This was just a scrap piece of paper that I cut and used. Here I left it blank, and check out what I did here. Okay, we're going to turn it. So I used the spine cover to create the little door. Oh no, this one here I did not. That's not what I did. I cut out this top part of the tag with the paper that was folded over, so it looked like you were going in to the doors like this. Put the piece of ephemera, and then here it says cauldron, because, well, that's what we've got right there. And then you open this up like doors. So getting creative with whatever paper is there and not wanting to waste any of it. I mean, here's the spell book that's on the paper and other pieces. So I thought was pretty clever. There could be other things that happen. And then this is another page like earlier in the book. This one I did not decorate or do anything. The jack-o'-lanterns are so cute, and the little bats. It's such pretty, pretty paper. So journaling or pictures, you can do whatever you want. Over here, oh, I did do a spider. This here, oh, this was another die that I did. So this is a Scrap Diva die, and it is the tag with the pocket. Don't know when that came out. I don't think I've ever used it before, but it had the coffin as one of the tag that goes inside, and so I put the ghosty in there. And then it did have this spider with it. Yeah, it had the spider, and I really like the spider. And I cut the spider out of the little star paper, so it's not quite as frightening. What else did I put? So this was another scratch pocket that I did over here. This is so good right here. And all of this stuff went in that pocket. And it doesn't have to, but you can put it in other spots or blank pockets. But it's to show you, I mean, look at how deep that pocket is. Put a lot in it. And the book allows for it. And we'll count the pages in a minute. I left this one blank. So journaling or pictures. And this one right here, I did this. I added this piece here so it opens up. And it has, again, the long cut of a scratch. I mean, I could have torn it, but the shape on the big scratch was really cute. And look at how pretty that paper is. So again, you can add pictures. There's so much more I can do here. But let me see how many pages I cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I cut out 10 of the tag die, the journal pages, with the 110 cardstock. And then I covered both sides. So 20 additional, the mats with that. So I thought it turned out pretty good. I was so excited when I saw other people make it, and then I ordered, and then I never used it. I moved on to it. So this here, I don't like it. I'm probably going to change this out to something more bold, maybe spider web ribbon or something more substantial. I think it's calling for something more substantial. I mean, please feel free if you have any ideas, let me know. And then this one goes in here, my little spell book. But that's it, my friends. This is what I did for this week's show and tell. So we did scratches. Let me move that over there. Scratches was the die we used. And we used the KS Craft journal tag book. Absolutely wonderful dies. Everything cut out so nice and easy. And then the one piece that I did use was the tag with the pocket die tag from Scrap Diva. Again, that also was very easy to use. I liked it very much. And don't know, I buy them and I got to use them, right? So now is a good time. So friends, thank you for stopping in and following along on this journey of using up stuff in our stash. So please, I'm going to tag Denise. So go take a look at Denise's page. We drop videos every Sunday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We both live on the West Coast. So wherever you are, either the hours before or the hours after, you'll know when it's there. It'll roll through. But go take a look. Go take a look and see what's going on, what we're working with. Hopefully it inspires you. It's Denise and I have had some fun chatties on the side, and it's interesting. A lot of things in common, but I've been so inspired by doing this collaboration, just encouraging to use stuff from the stash and to do more creating, mostly for myself with the things that we're using from our stash. So, look around and see what you have. I mean, I can look across the room and I've got a bunch of buttons. They look really great in the jar, but what are we going to do with them? So we'll see if we can come up with a project with some buttons, probably around Christmas because they're mostly the Christmas colors. But look in your stash, see what you've got. You are so welcome to join us. Hashtag Scrappy Happy, and tag us in it. Do something fun. Show us what you can do. It doesn't have to be paper. It can be whatever creative crafts that you do. There's a lot out there. I also bead, so you will be seeing. I don't do this kind of beading. I will bring some things out for you all to see what I've done, and I haven't done any real beading in quite some time, so I'm happy to share it with you all. All right, my friends, go take a look at my friend, my creative bestie. We're knocking it out of the park every week, twice a week, with something cool and creative. And if you guys have any ideas, share them with us. Maybe you saw us do something and you want to know more. I know I'll be adding some tutorials along the way. Those will probably be separate from this, but you'll see them in there. I can't wait for you to see what we've got coming up next week. I'm going to roll through Halloween a little bit longer. I have a hop coming up. Denise is also in it. A Halloween hop. So, watch for that too. That's coming up for next month. And you can see all the really cool things that we're doing. All right, my friends. Thanks for stopping in. Please like and share and comment in kindness only. And have a great day.